Okay? So, para maging mabuti, maging matarong, karapat-dapat, okay? By faith, pananampalataya, paniniwala. Yun yung importante doon. And this will be brought to us by the book of Hebrews, Galatians, and Romans. So, unahin natin yung dalawa. Sa Romans chapter 1, pinag-uusapan dito paano yung kaligtasan. And ang sabi ni Paul, sabi niya, the gospel that I preach, the good news that I preach is that you don't have to work. You only have to have faith. For salvation is from faith to faith. Ano yung from faith to faith? Ako na nanampalataya, isi-share ko sa iyo yung pananampalataya ko, and then ikaw, manampalataya ka sa pinanampalatayaan ko rin. So you did not see, you did not see, nobody sees. And yet you believe. That is the transfer of faith. So from faith to faith. Basahin natin verse 17, ready begin? For the righteousness of God is revealed from faith to faith. As it is written, the righteous shall live by faith. So ito yung magiging anchor ng Romans. Paulit-ulit sinasabihin niya sa iyo yung faith, believe. So sabihin niya example dito si Abraham, example niya si David. Sabi niya, tingnan mo si David, kung paano niya sabi niya, blessed is the man whose sins are forgiven, whose sins are covered, tinatakpan. Sa pag-iisip natin about justice, yung itama, 1,000 good things cannot undo one wrong thing. Yun yung dapat isipin natin. Kahit anong daming ginawa natin mabuti, okay? Drive tayo, no? Driver ako. So I do, palagi akong sumusunod. Pero at one time, hindi ako sumunod. Magkukross ako ng magbibit ako ng red light. Luliko ako sa dapat hindi lilikuan. Sabihin mo, sumunod naman ako 10,000 times, minsan lang, hindi pwede. Once lang, caught, you are guilty. You have to be punished. Ganun din. Dahil mabuti ka, nakapatay kami, minsan lang naman ako nakakapatay. For 55 years, hindi naman ako pumapatay. Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin sa judge yun. 55 years kang naging mabuti, at one time na nagkasala ka, you will be judged guilty as a sinner. Ganun ang konsepto. But here, makikita natin sinasabi na it is now by faith. So hindi na justice, hindi just ang hinahanap natin, kundi yung mercy ng Panginoon. Tingnan natin ulit yung mamaya. So Galatians 3:11, alala niyo yung issue sa Galatians? Ano nga yung issue doon na Ma'am Radrad? Anong issue ng book of Galatians? Bakit asar-asar si Paul? Tulong naman na si Jubilee. Mag-dynamic duo kayo. Anong kwento mo dun sa Galatians? Galit si Paul sa mga taga-Galatians. Ano nga? Dito, sa side na to. Sino makakatulong? Ma'am Pearl. Anong issue ng Galatians?
Jews and Gentiles.
Okay, sige. Si Ma'am A.
Jews and Gentiles.
Jews and Gentiles. Anong pinag-issue nila?
Iba yung tapos yung sa good works at saka faith.
Okay,
Kasi gusto nila yung good works.
So, ang gusto ng mga Hudyo, yung tinatawag nilang Judaizers, itutuloy pa rin yung mga practices ng mga Hudyo. Yung circumcision, yung mga bawal ng pagkain, hindi ka pwedeng kumain ng baboy, pag kumain ka ng baboy, hindi ka pupunta sa langit, yung ganun mga konsepto. So, there was a time na yung mga Hudyo at mga Hintil, kumakain sila sabay Tapos kumakain sila sa lugar ng mga Hintil. Hindi naman nila alam kung anong piniprepare ng mga Gentiles. Kung galing ba yun sa sacrifice. So, very particular yung mga Hudyo. Ayaw nila umapak sa bahay ng mga Hintil So, kasi madumi. So, ang nangyari doon, di ba, yung kwento nga ni Paul, sabi niya na si Peter, si James mismo, ayaw na makihalo sa mga Hintil. Kasi nga, pinupuna sila ng mga Judaizers. Sabi niya, mga loko-loko kayo. Paano niyo makukonvince yung mga hintil na mananampalataya sa Panginoon na kayo mismo you are doing works? Salvation by works pa rin kayo. So ito yung concept. So sabi niya, tandaan ninyo, it is evident that no one is justified by the deeds of the world, justified by the works of the law before God by the law, but the righteous shall live by faith. Okay? So, doctrine ang tinuturo niya. So, galing ito sa Habakkuk. Ang teaching na to, or ang verse na to, galing sa book of Habakkuk. The very important one also, dalawang angle kasi yung justification. Sa Hebrews chapter 10 verse 32 naman, medyo malalim. Ito, madaming mga Christian, medyo hindi papasa. Malamang 99% ng fundamental, hindi papasa sa ganitong pagtuturo sa Hebrews 10. Okay, tingnan natin bakit hindi. Verse 32, basahin natin together everything. Ready, begin.
But recall the former days when after you were enlightened, you endured a hard struggle with sufferings, sometimes being publicly exposed to reproach and affliction, and sometimes being partners with those who so treated. You had compassion on those in prison, and you joyfully accepted the plundering of your property, since you knew that you yourselves had a better possession and an unbelieving one. Therefore, do not throw away your confidence, which has a great reward. For you have need of endurance, so that when you travel down the will of God, you may receive what is promised. For yet a little while, and the coming one will come and will not delay. But my righteous one shall live by faith, and if he shrinks back, my soul has no pleasure in him. But we are not of those who shrink back and are destroyed, but of those who have faith and persevere. So, preserve their soul.
Faith and preserve their soul.
Ay.
Okay, so other words for faith. Ano mo? Magdagdag ka sa word na faith. Dito, anong gusto niyang Anong gusto niya ituro? Faith, dagdagan mo yung word na faith. Faith, faithful. Faithful. Okay? Faithfully. Kanta yun. Wala siya. Michael, paborito niya. Faithfully. Faithful. Another term, yung doctrinal term na ginagamit ng mga theologian is the doctrine of perseverance. Magpe-persevere. So, ang the righteous shall live by faith, isang pagbibigay din ng idea is that you continually endure. You continually endure. You persevere with your faith. Yun yung yun yung tinuturo dito. And, bakit ang balita na? Okay? Nagulat kay Pastor Nick. So, ang makikita natin is that hindi lamang pala yung unang instance na nampalataya ka. Pero yung totoong pananampalataya ay tuloy-tuloy. There is endurance, there is perseverance. Yun yung kadagdagan na binibigay doon sa text na to. Yeah? But we are not of those who shrink back and are destroyed, but of those who have faith and preserve their souls. There is the preservation of those who persevere. So, babalik tayo dun sa kwento ng Assyria. Ano naging problema ng Assyria? Bakit pinagbigyan sila sa time ni Jonah, pero sa time ni Nahum hindi na? Because they did not what? They did not persevere. They did not persevere. Yung repentance na sinasabi nila, hundreds of years during the time of Jonah, hindi pala totoo.
For a while lang.
For a while, they became the worst. So yung yung pagpapanampalataya nila is only for a while. So ito yung tinuturo din sa Habakkuk. na dapat yung isang tao na nampalataya, there is also the perseverance and endurance. Isang bagay na importante. Kaya sinasabi ko na medyo hindi tayo papasa dito sa fundamental Baptist na idea is because of a lot of things na inaano natin yung tinatawag also, gagalit sa akin madaming pastor, natawag kong easy believism. Ano ba, alam mo yung easy believism? Dahil tumaas ng kamay, dahil tumaas na nag-pray, Lord's Prayer or Sinner's Prayer, Penitence Prayer, ligtas na. Bumalik, umiinom, nagbababae, pumapatay, nagnanakaw, save siya dahil nag-pray na daw siya. Ang Bible, sinasabi hindi siya save. Kasi bakit ano? Dahil yung salvation kasama yung perseverance. Ang gift ng faith includes perseverance. Ang gift ng faith may kasamang workmanship. May prepared for you from the foundation of the world. So, pag binigyan ka ng pananampalataya, andun din yung patuloy na pananampalataya. So, ito yung dapat tandaan natin. Kaya, kung minsan nakakalungkot, sabihin save naman siya. Alam naman natin, pumatay siya ng tao. After na sinabi niyang save siya, nakaw, lahat ng mga scandalous na mga kasalanan. And yet, we still continue to say, kasi 10 years ago, 20 or 50 years ago, ano siya ng penitent sinner's prayer. Okay? Walang katotohanan yun. Okay? That's why kailangan tayo, maging maingat tayo, just like what is being told here. We continue to persevere. Kasamahan natin na sa presoan, minsan kasama din tayo sa kanila, napipreso, yung mga possession natin kinukuha sa atin, hindi tayo nagreklamo. So, ganoon yung there is a concept of perseverance. Okay? So, tuloy natin. Verse 8. Ready? Begin.
Because you have plundered many nations, all the remnant of the people shall plunder you. For the blood of man violates the earth, to the cities and all who live in them. Woe to him who gets evil gain for his house, to set his nest on high, to be saved from the rich of harm. You have devised shame for your house by cutting off many peoples. Therefore forfeited your life. For the stone will cry out from the wall, and the beam from the woodwork is falling. Woe to him who builds a town with blood, and founds a city on iniquity. Behold, it is not from the Lord of hosts that peoples labor for fire, and the nations bury themselves for nothing. For the earth will be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord, as the waters cover the sea. Woe to him who makes the drink. You pour out your wrath and make them drunk, in order to gaze at their nakedness. You allow them to feel shame instead of glory. Drink yourself and show your position. The cup of the Lord's right hand will come around to you, and another shame will come upon your glory.
So, dito, sa verse na to, makita natin yung description ng mga ni Habakkuk sa mga Babylonians. Pero, isang bagay, nilagay ko sa pula, is also a quotation from Isaiah. Kasi natandaan ko itong phrase na to, kasi this is part of the song. Okay? And the glory of the Lord shall fill the earth. So, isang bagay sa judgment, yung pag ginajudge ng Panginoon, yung isang nasyon, yung isang tao, isang group of people, na by the judgment of God, God is glorified. Kung isa merong mga tulad niyan, lagay natin sa World War II. Kung nabubuhay ka ng World War II, ba mahirap yung yung pamumuhay doon. Especially sa atin na mga Pilipino, we were conquered by the Japanese. And at the time nung nandun yung mga Hapon, ang hirap mag-isip na eventually ang mga Hapon aalis sa Pilipinas. At ang marahas na pag-uugali ng mga Hapon ay mahirap isipin na ngayon ay ang babait ng mga Hapon. At tayo ay pumupunta, yung mga babae, pumupunta doon as mga Japayuki daw. Kaya dahil mababait yung mga Hapon. But there was a time that they were very, very cruel. So ganun din yung yung idea rito na ang pagbabagsak o downfall ng Japan during the time ng Germany, yung Italy, sila yung mga evil nations during that time. And nag-gather yung mga other countries para i-push through yung good will or good things dito sa mundo. So ganito yung nangyari na sa paraan na yun, na parang imposible, sa time na yung mga andun yung mga Hapon, yung mga sina Hitler, they are mahirap isipin na matatalo sila. And yet, they were conquered. They fell. The empire rise and fall. Ito yung kwento ng Habakkuk. Sabi niya, the empires will rise and fall, because God will not allow evil empires to continue. Because by the fall of those empires, His glory will fill the earth. Okay, verse 17. So ito ay shortcut natin. Medyo long na tayo.
Sorry, short.
So dito, it's about the idol. So, ang idol daw is not a good teacher. And it's a teacher of lies. Alam natin na kaya na-exile sila is because of idolatry na pinapractice ng mga Hudeo. And that idolatry sa Israel was removed after the exile. Nung bumalik sila, they became monotheists. They became believers of one true God. So hindi na sila niwala sa idolatry. Kasi alam nila, because of idolatry, kaya sila pinaalis sa kanilang lupain dyan sa Israel. So ito yung sinasabi dito ni Habakkuk. And eventually, sa verse 2, in wrath, remember mercy. Mahabang pinag-aralan natin yung minor prophets, makikita natin palagi yung picture ng galit ng Diyos, yung mga tubig natutuyo, yung init ng araw, yung mga bundok gumagalaw dahil sa galit ng Panginoon. And yet, palagi tayong may mabuti or there is hope, there is good news in all those stories because the mercy of God is above His wrath. In wrath, remember mercy. So yun palagi yung hope natin na kahit galit ang Diyos sa atin. For example, sabi ko nga, walang kasalanan, gaano mang kalaki, na hindi mapapatawad ng Diyos. Sometimes you believe na merong tayong kasalanan na dahil sobrang laki, hindi na tayo patatawarin ng Diyos. The truth is, there is no greater sin that God cannot forgive. All kinds of sin, God will forgive if we approach Him with a humble heart, with penitent heart, and with repentance in our heart. Okay, so sa chapter 3, ito na yung ending. So in conclusion, sabi ni Habakkuk dito sa verse 17, chapter 3, verse 17. Basahin natin together, begin. Though the fig tree should not blossom, nor the fruit should be wise, the juice of olive fall, and the fields yield no food, the flock be cut off from the fold, and there be no where stops.
Yet I will rejoice in the Lord, I will take joy in the God of my salvation. The Lord is my strength, He makes me feel like tears, He makes me tread on my mind, my
So eventually, anong makikita natin naging conclusion ni Habakkuk? After makita niya yung karahasan na mangyayari sa mundo niya, anong sabi niya? Anong sabi niya? So whatever happens, anong sabi niya?
Yet will I
I will still rejoice. So kahit anong nangyari, ganun tayo, ang attitude natin, dapat kunin natin yung attitude ni Habakkuk. In all the tribulations, trials, problems that we have, challenges that we have, sabi niya kahit hindi na mamunga yung fig tree, hindi na, wala yung taniman, hindi na namumunga, wala ka nang kakainin, and yet, anong sabi niya? God, the Lord, is my strength. He makes my feet like a deer. He makes me tread on my high places. So kahit nasa pinakamababa ka na, yet we still have the hope na bibigyan tayo ng panahon ng Panginoon para umakyat. Pero ano yung ang key doon? Andun sa Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 4. The righteous shall live by faith. Yun nga. Okay? So, what is the message of Habakkuk for us today? Sige.
Optimistic.
Okay? Optimism in the middle of, okay? Okay, of a pessimistic world. Okay?
Pessimistic world.
So, optimism, Christian optimism in spite of all the experiences and the challenges we have in this world. Ano pa? Brother Roland? Endurance, perseverance. Okay, so joy. Joy in the middle of, okay, of tribulation. Ano pa?
Cling to God's promises.
Okay, clinging to God's promises. So yun yung natin, the righteous shall live by faith to the promises of God. Okay? So late na. We'll